What up, fam, gang, gang? This is your boy DiazMackie, host of the After Party with DiazMackie and friends. Here we do it at the VIP Section Comedy Show here at the Backyard in Henderson, 117 South Water Street, Henderson, Nevada. And whenever you're in Henderson, swing by the Biscuits and Bourbon right next door. You mentioned the Backyard of VIP, they give you a 10% discount. And if that's good enough for the Lord, that should be good enough for you. You know, we always say that around this time. We had a good show, and as you can tell, my voice is going out. I celebrated my birthday for quite too long this past week. Turning 45.
Hey!
Yeah. For you, only gonna do it once, because I know I'm on for a bigger purpose. So it's like, this is the last hurrah bang. And this is the first podcast that we're doing where I'm actually sober, so this should be interesting.
Get the fuck out of here.
Absolutely the fucking truth.
That's because you slept for the first time this week.
No. Not at all. It's been intentional. This is my California Sober February. California Sober, for those like, what's that mean? Is that you can still smoke weed. I can't give up all my vices. But no, we had a great show. We had Ed Nigma come through and bust with a guest set. I said your name earlier, and they was like, that's too close to nigga. And I was like, well, it's Black History Month. And I was like, it gets bad. But when it first kept saying, I was like, hey, Edward Nigma, you motherfucker, the Riddler, and I was like, no, we get it, but that's still, and I was like, you know what, you're right. We had Miss Kay Banks, New Jack, somewhat, come through. I had the privilege of seeing you at Ochita last week, and I was like, you're funny as fuck, and I was like, hey, you want to come do a set? She was like, yeah, I'd love to. And you crushed.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I worked hard. You have
held a streak of New Jacks. None of our New Jacks have bombed yet. So,
shit.
Yeah, we're batting 1,000.
Well, I'm so glad I'm not your loser.
Yeah. I've been waiting on the one, though. But yeah, you normally, with the New Jack, we normally have a couple more comics. So the New Jack normally goes up like third. So you have a chance to fill out the room a little bit more. This one, you thought you were getting ready to go up first. And I haven't seen Ed when I was on stage. And I was already stretching with this voice. Sound like Doc Rivers. Those who know basketball.
Well, and the best part about that, we couldn't hear that well because the walls were vibrating. So back here, you just sounded like a dolphin. So we're like,
Right?
And we were like, this is fucking great. We don't even know what he's saying, but he's killing it.
You sound like Doc Rivers, and you look like a lacrosse coach.
That's good, because I played lacrosse as well.
Yeah, I was a bitch on the lacrosse team.
Played it all, sir. And then we had Randall Thompson. He was our feature. He had to leave. He had father duties. And then we had a headliner returning, Mr. Davian Velez.
Yes, love it here. You guys are my favorite crowd. And I live in this town, Henderson, so in your family.
Yeah, we've through favor and things like that, we've put together a pretty good show out here in Henderson.
I love this crowd here. Everybody here is awesome. The fucking staff is awesome. The crowd is awesome. You know what I mean? You got great tacos outside with the truck and everything like that. And everybody else is mad cool.
Well, the crowd I'll take credit for because they were all my friends. I packed this fucking place.
You did your thing this week.
Yeah,
you filled in the blanks.
If I could do one thing, I'd sell myself.
And that's
so now I'm gonna give a stage time on my show.
All right. Everybody gonna find it out.
They're good tippers.
And you're gonna be booked a lot. You get that time up, and I'll put you in that feature spot.
Done. Don't even worry.
Yeah,
and I can help.
All I do is 15.
I teach classes. I can coach.
We're gonna start with Ed. Ed, you've been on the show before, but for those who haven't listened to previous episodes, how long you been doing comedy again?
11 months.
11 months.
Oh wow.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
How old are you?
Yeah. 35.
That's good.
Yeah.
So what made you get into it?
It's been on a bucket list. It's been one of those things I always wanted to do.
Good
I hate my career, so it's like I want to get the fuck out of it. So I'm like, why not do something and see if it works. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, and it's been working decently.
Yeah, I mean,
That's cool.
it seems like you've been doing it like a lot longer.
At work I am because, basically I'm in tech, right? And I've been in 18 years in that bullshit. And,
Tech?
yeah.
Like computer stuff?
Yeah.
Like you do construction.
I've been working for a minute at it, and you just find that you've been doing it for so long, you're still broke. You're still broke as fuck. And
Tech? You guys make money?
Sometimes you move out to Vegas, you don't do shit.
San Francisco.
You move out to Vegas. You don't do
Everybody in America, everybody in the world should live by one sentence. Make a living at what you love doing.
Exactly.
If you can accomplish that, you experience real happiness in life.
Exactly. But see, that's the fucked up thing is that, like, growing up Latino, Catholic, my dad's French, so I'm half,
You're French and what?
French. My dad's French. My mom is Brazilian and Italian.
Also, that means she's Puerto Rican like me.
Right.
You're my cousin.
At least I'm not Dominican. I'm thankful for that.
The racism of
We got
that.
nice here.
We gotta stop there, yeah.
All of y'all are Hebrews, so shut the fuck up.
No, my boy's Dominican and I give him shit for it all the time. And
You know how you piss off your
I'm gonna
Dominican
share
friend?
this shit to him.
You know how
Yeah.
you piss off your Dominican friend? Just tell him he's a Haitian that speaks Spanish. Watch how mad he'll get. Just tell him that one
And
line.
how true it really is.
But yeah, no, at the end of the day, man, for me it was just finally chasing that thing that's actually gonna
Good for you.
do good for me. Yeah.
So who were your comedic influences, or who were they?
Shit, who were they? It was pretty much, my age group was Sandler gang, right? Like growing up, just watching those guys, watching Sandler just do so many different talents and so many different things. And it's like, growing up ADHD, you've got all these things you can do, but you can't do them consistently. So it's like focus, hunker down. If he can do all that shit on stage, he can figure it out. What the fuck can
You give off kind of a Belushi vibe. Like you could be one of them bastard kids.
I?
So, in your 11 months,
Yeah.
because I've seen your Instagram, you've done road gigs. You've done New York. Am I correct? Or?
I did a spot in New York. I did a spot in
Where?
Alameda, California.
Where in New York?
It was just this little dive bar out off of down like right south of Midtown.
Okay.
Just a little dive bar. Like I had a homie out there, and he called me in there. I was trying to get into a spot. It's like a mic. It's in Harlem.
So you've already done more road work than a lot of these local comics. You know that, right?
Yeah. But it's a cool benefit because I got family back in Cali. So
Yeah.
I'll pop back into the Bay Area. I'll do a couple of spots out there. I ended up meeting a comic out here from the Bay, so it's like, why not go do a couple of spots down there?
Maybe-
I didn't like
maybe
it. It's still
separate.
dry.
You build your resume, but it makes you stronger.
We're neighbors.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Where you from again?
Well, I grew up in Concord.
Oh,
but I actually
shit.
lived in San Francisco.
So the last place that I lived at was Danville.
Shut the fuck up. I
Yeah.
played volleyball in Danville.
I had a bike shop in Alamo.
Of course you did.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
tight. Oh my God, neighbors.
We were neighbors and we never knew.
I know,
Exactly.
long lost.
When you guys say
twin.
the Bay, that means San Francisco?
San Francisco, yeah. That's
Yeah.
Oakland, San Francisco.
Oakland, San Francisco.
She lived there too.
Where you start talking about Sacramento, that's NorCal. That's North.
Okay.
That's not the Bay.
Yeah.
And I don't care what nobody says. San Jose, it's too south. Putting that on record.
Hey, fuck that, I was bored.
Listen,
I've always
everyone
said it.
was born in San Jose and they
I
all
was saying
get
about
butthurt.
San
That's
Jose
what
too.
it is.
Motherfuckers got
Can
bad
you
fucking.
introduce my girlfriend? She's allowed to talk. She just keeps pointing. I can introduce my lady, Jenn Mike. My manager.
Just
and
minute,
lady and
you
wife.
just introduced to my bad though. We do have the lovely Jennifer. She's Davian's manager and lady, and I don't know all the titles. I don't want to offend anyone.
She keeps me grounded. she keeps me from not getting arrested and dying.
That's highly
She's my rock.
Yeah.
She's my rock.
We all need one of those. I know I certainly do.
So I was in San Francisco for 10 years. And then also Albany,
Oh my God.
Emeryville. My sister has a houseboat in Emeryville. Or
You gotta speak up though. It's gonna be like a whisper.
Huh?
I said you have to speak up though.
Oh,
I have no
I
voice
lived in
and
San
I'm loud.
Francisco too for 10 years.
I love
Yeah, I do too. It's great. It's great.
that. Wow, hi, friend.
I haven't been there. I'm dying to go to San Fran. I haven't been there yet. I've been to San Diego.
Well, get in the car. We gotta go home for our family reunion.
Yeah, but don't go in the stick. You go to stick, you gonna hate it.
You gonna die?
All
Like
the
I-
fucking hills, bro.
I've only seen LA and San Diego, and I went to San Diego.
You
That was the
cannot
prettiest
drive
city.
a stick in San Francisco. Everything is uphill.
Yeah.
I want to take
And
my Mini. I got a
everybody-
Mini Cooper. I want to drive it over.
And everybody
the hills
wants
now.
to get right behind you, and when you go to clutch, you gonna roll back. And bro,
Yeah, but
Here's
I
a
race
funny
cars.
story. I got married
Yeah, I
in the
did it.
city. I got married in the city.
San Francisco?
At
the
Golden
Civic
Gate
Center?
Park.
Oh, I got married at Civic Center first time around.
Yeah, no, we did. This was my first time, but her second time. So we'll get in that another time.
For love of citizenship.
Right?
You do it for love of citizenship.
All right.
No,
No,
but
for me,
different-
for love.
For love, not
Yeah,
citizenship.
yeah, no,
The
no.
going rate's $40,000.
No.
Dude, I need to go ahead.
Yeah, I was driving a stick at the time. I was driving a little sports car, and I wanted to put it in the wedding photos, right? I wanted to be all bougie and shit, right?
Oh.
And so I drove into the city.
You got caught on a hill?
Oh, bro, I burned out my clutch that night.
No!
Drunk as
Because she keeps
fuck.
telling me we gotta take her truck.
Yo,
because
our
it's
wedding was
automatic.
kind of like,
Yeah.
it was kind of bougie,
Don't
but it was
drive
also
there
kind of
at
hood.
all.
I
Because
never
we
had a
did
car
a-
when I lived there. Bussin' and Bart was there.
Yeah, I got my
Yeah,
bike stolen
that's
every
it.
No,
6
you
months.
fucking clutch.
Get one of
I
those
pulled my
little
fucking
shopping
clutch out of
cart
parking
wheelie
in the parking
things to
garage.
go
What
to
kind
the
of car?
grocery store. If you
It was a fucking Audi.
Oh, fuck,
Wow.
bro.
That's my first car's an Audi.
Because you gotta step all the way down.
Yeah.
First to the left.
Bruh, he ain't
Yeah,
lying.
it's got a switch.
The whole
So
time,
the
he's
German
like-
cars have a switch.
Yeah,
You gotta hit
and-
that switch.
And the German ones out is because you gotta fucking bring it all the way down.
I was in the
It's
Saab.
out of balance.
I was in the 900S.
Oh, shit. Hey.
My first car was an 89 Ford Escort. It was fucking
Oh, I had
navy
a
blue.
Ford. I had a
and-
92 Ford Escort. It's the ugliest car I ever had in my
Yes,
life.
and the inside
The only
to
type of
match.
girl I can get in the car was an Escort. Even then, she didn't believe I had the money. She's like, let me see
My
it first.
my dad encouraged me to try to get speeding tickets because he was like, it takes you 3 minutes to get 0 to 60. I'll fucking pay
But
you.
that fucking car didn't die. That piece of shit Ford last me. That's the only one that didn't bring down.
Oh, yeah. The Fiestas,
I
the
can't even
fucking...
afford a clutch.
all them
Fuck,
shits, bro.
The worst car I had was the
Fiesta
Geo
was
Metro.
the one that was like a
Yeah.
Fiesta.
And it didn't have no brakes.
Geo
It was a
Metro
Mission.
ran for fucking ever.
And I was driving the winter,
Million
and that
miles.
was literally like
I had
I
a
hit the
Saturn.
parking lot, I would hit a car
200?
stop, and then like
He said it's
back it
dead
up in
resistant
another
doors.
spot.
It's classic.
Yeah. I had one with I had a white one with an
Public cars in the
off-colored
parking
white
lot.
door. Like I
No.
couldn't find.
No.
I thought I grabbed the right one in the fucking pick and
Shit.
roll, and I left. And I went to go put the bit, and I'm like standing out there, and I'm like, "Fuck, my shit's white, and this is fucking yellow."
You guys don't remember the Saturn?
Like-
Saturns with the shit. I had a Saturn. Remember the
You
commercials?
look like you drove a Saturn.
Because I worked on the car. It was a trade. I got it for $327. But the fucking.
I bet it was green. Was it green?
It was green. I swear to God. It was super green. I swear to God. And they said it was debt resistant doors. All the commercials.
Yeah.
debt
You got
resistant.
stereotyped by a
No.
white chick.
You know why? It was wait.
Oh, she's half Mexican.
I'm Mexican.
Yeah, I'll get stolen from the cartel. Remember?
I'm Mexican.
Just like I can tell she has a vase taped on her fucking dash. But the fucking, they
Listen,
said
I need her.
They said it's debt resistant doors. You know why? Because the doors were plastic. I got hit on the side of the fucking car on my left. I never dead. I had a hole fucking over fucking 2 feet wide, and you can see the cage bar. And in the Bronx, it's all parallel parking. So all the kids would lean on the cars and fucking hang out in front of the building. So I go to clean out my car. I look at my door. Empty quarter waters, bags of chips, fucking Doritos. And all the fucking kids in the neighborhood were throwing their garbage in my fucking left door. The whole neighborhood. I'm like, you piece of shit. I'm like, I know it was you. You know it was me. Your fucking bus pass is in the fucking door. Stupid.
That's New Yorkers. They're like, fuck you. So, you've done New York, San Francisco, various places. Do you have a crazy road story?
Okay, so it's not so crazy, but I took my pops to one of my first road shows, right? And he was super excited,
Where
super
at?
happy. It was at the Alameda Comedy Club, in
Okay.
Alameda, California, and
Where's that?
that's
Okay.
it's like right
Yeah,
Oakland. It's
That's still the Bay. Oakland is.
Oakland.
nice.
East Bay.
It's still a bay, but it's still
Oakland and
it's,
San Francisco next to each other?
Alameda tries to
Yeah,
be
it's like
more than it
New York.
is, bro. Alameda tries to be more than it is, but you walk down Jack London, all that shit.
So it's like Brooklyn.
You walk down Main Street, you get stabbed, bro.
Yeah.
Like, don't be out there too late alone.
Oh,
You can
right,
get
sorry.
yeah. I got robbed downtown. I'm here, fucking high, walking downtown.
What's the damn movie with the story of the little boy in the train station? anyway.
That's why I stayed. That's why I stayed in Vegas.
Yeah.
So I had flown in and I was ready to go, and on my way to the show, my pops is driving, and I'm looking at the email, and dude was saying that I had to have vaccination, right? And I'm like, no, I'm not. No, I was like, I don't know what's in that shit. I was like, I grew up. My pops was in the Marines. He was like, you don't get shots for nobody. Like, he was very against the government, but we're on the way. I'm like, what am I gonna do? So I called the dude. And I was like, hey, I'm on my way. I already came. I came out from Vegas. Like, what do you want me to do? He's like, oh, grab a test and just pop a negative test, right? Bro, I have never been so nervous in my life. New to comedy, new to being on the road, new to all that shit.
Right.
Bro, I was more worried that my dad wasn't going to pass than I was, because I got to leave a 73-year-old man outside, bro, in the cold. And so I was like, I was tripping. And my dad, oh my God, dude. This dude is to the letter honest, right? So he waited the full fucking 20 minutes for the test to pop negative, and I'm standing there, show's about to start, and I'm like trying to drag my dad inside. Like, just fucking, it didn't show up 5 minutes ago. Mine lit up, like, I'm good. Like, let's fucking go before this guy thinks we're faking a test, bro. And I gave the guy the test. Dude didn't even look at the tests.
Yeah.
The test told us negative, and it was good. I'm like, I did all that fucking shit.
Yeah.
Same shit when I went to New York to
Just
go
to
to the
check a
Mackie,
box.
and they didn't even look at the fucking card. I'm like, motherfuckers, I got the booster pack.
Right, it's just to check a box, right?
It's
It's
It
just to
was
check a
very
box.
funny watching you motherfuckers play that game.
Well, your dad got to see you perform, though, right?
Yeah, my dad got to see me perform. We met a French comic, which blew his mind. But it reminded me of the fact that, looking for a job when I came out here in Vegas, because I was trying to have a career and do something else, and just to pay the bills. All these motherfuckers are asking, like, if Hispanic or Latino, click here. And it's just within, like, last couple years. I'm like, bro, those are going to ICE. Like, I'm not clicking on that. I don't need to.
Yeah, it's a
I'm
lot of
Puerto
shit.
Rican. I never had that worry like you guys. I'm like, well, that's why all other Latins hate us Puerto Ricans, because we're the only ones that don't got to
Actually, citizens.
I mean, what is the box for half white? Like, what is that box, right?
That's
like,
what-
that's your thing,
I
right?
check
Like,
You
white.
know what's
Like-
hilarious is that
both.
there's times where like
I
I've
always
been
check
told-
white to fuck with them.
But the
I
funniest
check white.
thing, I remember when I was applying to colleges and everything, and my dad's like, "Get excited! This is the most brown you've ever been in your life. You can't fuck it up now." And like,
No,
I
I
applied to
put
the
it-
Hispanic scholarship and all that bullshit, and then they're like, "You're half, bro. Calm down." And I was like, fuck!" Like, damn.
That's how I got my financial aid. I did that.
I know.
Plus, I still check the white box.
I was thinking about cabbage.
I did not say Native American.
Yeah. She's like, my cousin stand in. Like, she's brown.
Native American other. I was.
That's cool that you got to spend time with your dad. And your dad is still right here. I know I'm 35. I'm 46. And my dad's getting older. I'm living out here is my first time away from him.
Same.
The thing I miss the most is my father.
Yeah.
And spend as much time with your dad as much as you can. Because
Totally, man.
I'm telling you, like, he came out here. You saw when he came out here. And he came out here. It was his first time in Vegas, babe. Well, we took him out everywhere. We took him to the Mob Museum. My dad, we took him fucking drinking, fucking hanging out. He saw the pools and everything.
So the Trump building. That
Yeah,
was
so
fun.
we all of us, we stuck our middle finger at Trump building. Send it back to my mother. She
Oh, you
loved-
didn't
Fuck
hang
that.
it?
Have you ever stayed in there? That motherfucker is plush. I love staying inside the Trump Towers. That motherfucker.
Well, no,
Trump
I
Towers,
was
that's one of the few ones that got a balcony.
But
Oh, I love.
I used to do a
Doorbell,
show.
them towers,
I
you
used to
can
do a
sleep on
show
like a
in
bed.
the Taj Mahal. I
There's
used to do a
nobody
show
getting in
in
that
Atlantic
bitch
City
unless
at
you
Taj
belong
Mahal.
there.
No,
And he
shit.
fucked up the
I've
Taj
spent
Mahal.
plenty of
That's why
nights at Trump Towers.
You gotta have a room key, like, to get past the lobby, bro.
I
Like,
never
Yeah.
went in there.
I remember when I first
Bro,
went in
your
that
room
was
got a
like casino,
doorbell.
like,
But they won't give him a gambling license because how we fucked up Atlantic City.
That's why he's not on
I
Las
used,
Vegas
to,
Boulevard.
I used to do a show in fucking Taj Mahal, and when that
They
shit
did
all got
that because
canceled-
Steve Wynn didn't like him. That was on some
he
personal
fucked up the
shit.
Taj Mahal.
Yeah, but
he
that
had
was
3
still some personal
casinos.
shit.
But when he went, all those 3 casinos went out, 30,000 people went out of work. I knew fucking at least 25.
That was some personal shit. Though. Everybody in
That's
Vegas
why
knows.
Vegas
That
won't
shit was
give it-
personal.
I can
Trump-
get 2 shits. I don't get it.
Steve Wynn blocked him.
But that's what happened.
Steve Wynn was running Vegas for a minute.
Yeah, because he had a better fucking plastic surgery. And a hairstylist. I'm like, his shit don't come out orange. His face.
So, do you have that connection to the Botox, or what's happening? Just kidding.
I get it.
So we got Miss Kay Banks
Kay Banks.
That's the name.
as well. That's the name we're going with.
That's the name. First initial, last name. It's my email.
Is that your real name or your OnlyFans name?
Well, honestly, you would think it's my real name though, because of like how many people know me by that. Even my boss calls me KB. Like, yeah, but
is that your real last name though?
Huh?
Is that your real last name?
Yeah. So it's Christina Banks. Now, if I were to take my mom's maiden name, I'd be Christina Alicia Buendia, like fucking beaner.
You gotta hyphenate it.
Yeah. And then, oh my god, my grandpa's most favorite joke. Mija, what do you call a baby Mexican? What? A paragraph, because he's not quite an essay. That's how my fucking dad
That's
joke.
hilarious.
Mija. Like, get the fuck out of here, dude. I know you're one joke.
Now, you're Latina.
Yeah.
So were your grandparents racist as fuck? Just like Puerto Rican?
1,000%. They loved Sarah Palin before anyone knew who Sarah Palin was. Oh my god, they were stroking her dick so much. They are the most like Republican, like, go, don't touch my farm! Like, what the fuck? They're so angry. And then anytime I wear ripped jeans around my grandpa, oh, he has a fucking fit. And he's like, Mija, I come and I make all this money and then I get you a nice house and you mom and I raise her and then you wear those fucking ripped jeans and you're just like, you know, that's perspective.
Your grandfather's still alive? Your grandfather's still alive?
Yeah, oh, and he's spicy as ever, and he's still got that handlebar.
Oh, yeah.
All my uncles do. They're all at the swap meet, if you want to
Do your parents have an accent, or is his generation the last ones with accents?
He was the last one.
So, Spanish.
All right, hold on now.
I'm sorry, no, it's interesting. I missed my
Hey, I'm highly interesting, and there's a lot of questions that I'm here for. Give me attention. I need it. Don't make me.
Well, this is about you. So, how long have you been doing comedy now?
Okay, do you want the short version or the long version?
The mid.
Done. Okay. So, 8 years ago, I was living in San Francisco, and for the longest time, all I wanted to do was be a stand-up comedian, and I would just sit there and just watch videos and just like study and just read, and my biggest interest was learning about comedians, right? And I just remember doing like every book report I could about Lucille Ball and like everyone, like even like Jim Carrey is such like a huge like part of my childhood. Robin Williams, like now I'm just gonna blank out, but yeah, like I just remember just sitting there and just being so in awe of just like this art form. And then of course I went to college, got my philosophy degree, and then that's when I was just like, oh my god, pain is tragedy.
That makes sense.
But the comedy is tragedy, and like the more that you understand the human existence, the more that you can poke fun at like the fucking pure ridiculousness of it, right? Yeah. Because when you zoom the fuck out and put a glass wall or window in between you and that person you're analyzing, they're no longer human, they're mammal, right?
Well, you have two different types of comics. You have your jesters and you have your philosophers.
No, 1,000%. And I always say that comics are our modern day philosophers, because they're the ones that we pay to hear their opinion, because they have a perspective. Like, we all sat here and just shat on all these fucking politicians, and who are we truly listening to? We're listening to podcasts, we're listening to Small Guy, we're listening to these people who have such a different lived-in point of view, which I think is really empowering. Yeah. And then, circle that back, that I went through my own struggle. I went through my own rock bottom when I first moved out here. And then when I was finding my feet and truly working on myself and truly like, what do I not like about my life? What do I want to improve? What are the daily small goals I need to truly accomplish to like get to this quote unquote like happiness? And it's not even a destination. It's just like, what's going to make me content and not have me fail in my mental health, right? Yeah. So then I'm trying to build back up to like ground zero. And then finally, that's when I got my job in weddings. And I think the coolest thing is I've been a very established wedding planner in my field. Done. Yeah.
But ours
And
is
then
real.
I know literally 10 Elvises, and I know the mini Elvis.
We want to do a Dumb and Dumber Elvis wedding.
Done. I have the costumes
No.
and everything. But
can you
my
still do
ministers.
Elvis?
What?
Can you still do Elvis?
Yeah.
songs?
Oh, that was a publicity stunt. That was just 24 hours of just like,
Yeah.
"Wah!" And then
Okay.
it was promoting the new
I
Elvis.
saw that.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it was a really scary day for my performers, but that being said, it was 48 hours of hell, and then they were back to work, and they got triple the money
Oh,
because
good
of the
for
closing.
them. Good
Yeah,
for them.
and the movie was great too. But
Oh, right.
Oh, that
I-
movie was fantastic. You better fucking win.
Haven't watched
You
it.
did
Yeah.
such a
Oh,
great.
you have
He
to.
did a good job.
I don't
Disappointed.
watch movies, and I watch it
Like,
6 times in a row.
I was so impressed. Like,
Enamored, dude.
I wasn't
It's
expecting that.
I've never been that into Elvis.
I was like, I don't
Yeah.
want to watch this movie about this white man who stole that music.
But he
Happy Black History Month.
I know. It's
No.
hard. It's a tough
It's a
story
roast
because
just
like he
like-
stole it, but he made it popular and he made it okay, and he had those conversations, you know.
And the costume design and the way that they concentrated from the
Oh,
certain
God,
scenes,
just
it
his
was
movement.
fantastic.
And the way he changed his voice.
Yeah,
Oh God,
and now
that he
everybody's
got
fucking with him
poetry.
saying his voice
The
is like
fact that he got
that.
mainstream to listen to gospel music was
Yeah,
nuts.
absolutely.
Like,
Yeah.
You're sitting here listening to like you open with a prayer, bro. Like God is at the center of everything.
Yeah.
And he got people to listen to that
No, he
by
was
choice.
fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
He was,
That was
Tom
pretty-
Cruise beats
that
him in the
was pretty-
Oscars. I'm gonna be pissed because fucking. I'm like, yes, Maverick was fantastic. We saw it where the fucking seats moved and everything. Cool. But acting wise, that kid that played Elvis, I don't know his fucking name.
Austin's-
I was skeptical. I was
Fucking-
so skeptical.
They
I was
did
like,
the
wedding
every
planner.
little fucking
But yeah,
thing ever.
because I was
Basically,
a
pastor.
yeah, because I was a wedding planner. Then one of the ministers I was close with, he literally like closed my office one day, sat me down, and he just goes, "Banks, I know that we've been working together for like a couple months now, but like, have you ever considered stand-up comedy?" And I was like, I've thought about that for so fucking long. I really want to. I want to. And then he was like, "But I have something to tell you. I'm actually the professor of stand-up at UNLV. And I'm going to mentor you for free. I'm going to give you my textbook for free. I need you to do this." And I was like, what a high compliment,
I
right?
need to be the professor.
Wait, there's a
of
teacher.
stand-up,
Well,
But carry on.
Yeah,
go on.
yeah.
wait,
but
wait.
there's a professor of stand-up comedy at UNLV. And he
Where?
just
What's his name? Who? Her?
Jason
girl?
Outlaw.
And it's
Oh
a
my
comedian?
God.
Yeah.
Who the fuck is
I
that?
know him.
Yeah.
I taught class.
He's the fucking
professor.
Yeah, because he's...
What the f-
I taught classes in New York. Are you fucking kidding me? I could have been doing this. I've been here 3 fucking years. I've been here 3 fucking years and I could have been a professor.
Oh my God.
Kidding me?
Hey,
Do you know
what the fuck?
Do you know how many
Dear
students
God,
I've had?
holy shit.
And I
Okay.
teach classes, and this motherfucker's a professor. Who the fuck is this guy? Show me his
Oh
picture.
my God.
Yo, do you have an assistant like Rogan? Do you have an assistant like Rogan that fucking pulls up a picture? Who the
Bruh,
fuck is this guy?
I know.
He's never been on TV.
A
professor.
I could get
I'm
the
gonna
whole
have
thing.
her do my
He's a
resume.
cool dude.
I'm gonna be a new
He's a
professor.
cool dude, but professor. All right,
Fuck out.
Okay.
I taught classes.
Listen, regardless of feelings, it
No, no.
got me to where
No,
I'm
no,
at.
it's
So,
right.
you took a class. When I started, I took a class.
I needed someone
He's
to
a
reach
dude.
out. I needed
Yeah.
someone to actually
So he
compliment
helps
me.
you with it in class.
He's a minister.
Yeah.
Because when I started comedy, I took a class. I took a class.
Yeah.
When I
That's
was
like I like.
Wheels are turning, bro.
Because
Wheels are
Like,
turning.
in
bro.
New York, the comedy club.
When you get married in Vegas, who else but the cool ass name do you want on your marriage license? Like, yeah, I got married in Vegas. Battleboard State, cha cha. Jason Allen.
Wait a minute. The fucking the comedy professor married you?
No.
No.
Calm down.
Wait.
No, he marries.
No, he's married. He's actually a good dude. He's actually
No,
a
he
good dude.
probably is.
He was
But I didn't know you could be a
He was
professor.
supposed
There's
to be
other
my agent.
colleges. I
I'm
can
laughing
go
because
to a weed college and be a
Hold up.
I don't even go to
Bro,
university.
calm down.
I'm laughing because
I didn't know I could be
he
a
wanted to
professor.
be my agent a long time ago. Like he started out as an agent,
Shit.
and then he was like,
I don't know the guy, but if he can do it, I can do
Vegas
it.
story I heard professor, and I'm like,
There's other colleges here. I
What
could
the
be a
fuck am
professor
I
somewhere
doing?
else.
Right.
I didn't know that was an option.
You're missing out.
I was like, I taught classes. I could be.
I made a
Diaz,
joke
we
about
could be
this.
professors, yo. We're fucking over 45 now. You got glasses. You look like a professor. In Colorado.
So, the college professor, or the professor, minister, taught you into it. And how long have you been doing it since?
to like read and write, and I just really wanted to like really kind of exercise that like part of my brain of like, you know, removing the blue light and actually like putting action behind something. Just because like I just kind of realized like I'm not in school anymore. I'm not just handed opportunities. I can't just sign up for like some class and just dedicate a couple hours per day just to like, what the fuck do I want to learn about now? You know what I mean? Like life just doesn't hand you things. And so I was like, how many times am I going to watch TikTok and doom scroll before I pick up a brush? How many times am I going to like watch like new coming acts on like, you know, of stand up on TikTok before I just fucking do it? Like, and then that's when I just kind of slapped myself around. And then as soon as everything was kind of like just turning for me, I spent 2 years of just hardcore work on my mental health, only just to be like, what does this mean now? If I am enough, then how do I test this? Like, how would I truly build confidence, right? So then I'm just like, I'm going to get on top of my mental health. I'm going to like, I got myself a trainer to like have a fucking dude just yell at me to eat 3 meals a day so I don't slip through the cracks, right? I tell this dude to like, okay, like we're going to go work out at the gym tight, like to get me like back to where I was.
Don't let it be comedy though that validates that, because
right.
comedy can destroy your mental health.
Exactly.
Comedy has a very high suicide rate for a fucking reason.
Can I say something in this? Now, whatchamacallit, I'm listening to you with the mental health and stuff like that, and you said you have ADHD.
Yeah.
I'm clinically diagnosed with ADHD.
Yeah.
I went to a psychologist. My psychologist fucked me up even more because I went to him since I was 8 to like high school, but his name was Dr. Wiener, so that fucked me up even more. I got a fucking head doctor called Dr. Dick. You know what I mean? But whatchamacallit, but we all comedians, all of us have ADHD. I suffer from depression. We all have mental issues. That's why us as comedians crave the stage and the attention so much. Nobody else in America and no other people besides us with these type of mental issues can go on stage in front of fucking strangers and make them laugh. It's a different animal, and the more fucked up a person is, the fucking easier it is for us to go on stage. I never get nervous before I go on stage. I get nervous after. I don't give a fuck if there's 5 people or 5,000. When I go on stage, I do my thing, but I throw my energy out there. I'm drained. By the time I come off, I'm shaking. I need a cigarette. But with you taking the classes, and with you anything, what me being here, I threw 2
I didn't take classes. I was just working with you.
Yeah. But, okay.
Which is good, and the laughing came from just the whole mind-blowing shock of it all. No disrespect, Jason's a very good dude.
I don't know we can be professionals. Jason, I might like you. I don't know who the fuck you are. but well, congratulations. I want to be a professor too. Let me know where the fuck I can get my degree. That's awesome.
I mean, I could have gotten that compliment from anyone, right? But I didn't.
Yeah.
But
I needed to hear it. Yeah.
But taking classes, the thing is, in comedy, a lot of the comedy clubs in New York, I don't know about in California, but a lot of the comedy clubs in New York teach classes. When I first started out, I was 19 years old. I was a pitcher, like all Puerto Ricans playing baseball. Fucked up my arm. Walked down in Manhattan. Somebody was selling tickets to stand up New York Comedy Club. I got some tickets. I went there, saw a whole bunch of guys who were funny, saw a whole bunch of guys who sucked. And I was like, how do I do this? And they were like, you got to do pre-shows. You bring 5 people, they pay to get in. In exchange, you get 5 minutes on stage because of a 2-drink minimum on all the comedy clubs in New York. I did that 4 times. They were like, yo, you're good. You should take our class. And I was like, I'm a 19-year-old kid. I just lost my baseball scholarship. I fucked up my arm. I can't afford the class. It was like $600. And they were like, listen, whatchamacallit, we'll let you take the class for free. But you have to, you can't perform nowhere else for your first 2 years of your career.
Hey.
And I was like, no problem. So that's why I owe my life to Stand Up New York Comedy Club on 78th and Broadway. They made me my life. And when we did the class, it was like 25 people per class. And they don't tell you what to say, but they teach you how to come on material, how not to step in your laugh, a secret in writing, you know what I mean, how to create yourself. And so it would be like 25 of us, 6-week classes. I kept going for 2 years. After every 6 weeks people graduated, I kept going. And
I'm not going to have anything to ask you when it's your turn.
No. Because I don't feel like staying here for another 5 fucking hours. I'm going to say it ahead of time. But with the class, there's 25 students in the class. At the end of each class, you would do 5 minutes of performing in front of the other students. Once your set was done, you would stay on stage. All the other students would give you a tagline. Yo, that was good, but try this. And then your graduation would be 6 weeks later in front of a live audience. And and that's how I became a comic. But they taught me one writing technique that I've taught classes, and I tell other students of mine and other newer comics. And the best writing technique, I use it still to this day, and everybody else should. The most important thing about when you're writing jokes, you gotta write your jokes according to one sentence. Make sure any audience can identify with what you're saying. If any audience can identify what you're saying, you can work any crap. I don't care if they're old, gay, Spanish, whatever. Doesn't matter. As long as they can identify with it, they're gonna laugh. That's why my material is mostly family-oriented shit about my exes, my family. I don't do political jokes because they have a timeline, those jokes.
Right.
You can't do
right.
fucking President Bush jokes no more, or Obama jokes no more. You know what I mean? It's they have a timeline.
Sure you can.
Yeah. And you wonder why you booked in Henderson. So,
And a special Amazon Prime.
but there's that.
And I hope out for music.
All right, with your fucking 95 platforms. But the best writing technique I ever learned, and I'm sorry, are you guys together, or are you friends, or whatever? But are you friends? You know each other for a long time. Now I want you to help her with this, and find 2 other people in your life that know you the most. Most important thing, do material that's about you. Which anybody can go up there and do sex jokes and code jokes, but nobody can do jokes about yourself and about your life, and then nobody can steal your jokes. And I want you, as a friend, make a list of 10 good things about her, 10 bad things about her. Just from that list alone, you're going to come up with different stories from your past.
So you can
from
fuck
other
up your
people's
friendship
perspective.
because she does a mental health issue.
But it's always going to be
Advice.
It's going to be funny shit that he thinks about her. And he'd be like, yo, remember when you got joined into this? Remember when you
So
did this?
you want her to, you want him to lie.
It's funny situations from somebody else's perspective. You can but I mean, or go to
The
like,
top 10.
go to an
The
ex,
greatest hits.
go to your
Yeah.
parents, go to your parents, go to an ex, go to your current boyfriend or girlfriend, or your wife or your husband.
Good talk, Mr.
That right
Miyagi.
there. Fuck you, I was smoking weed. I like to like some.
Hey, I love it.
We
And,
saw
like,
that,
I love all the
Professor.
feedback. I love it.
But that right there, you'll get, in just one list alone, you'll get 10, 15, 20 minutes.
I mean, let's start here. I know I'm eccentric. I know I'm colorful, and I know that this thing doesn't shut the fuck up. So we're good. I accidentally dated one of the stormtroopers of the fucking
No
state
way.
capitol. Yeah.
Wait, you still about Star Wars?
No, pick someone that wants
January 6th.
I thought Star Wars too. What,
I was like, I got my lightsaber.
Like,
what the fuck is
If I'd had a ride, I'd have been
I got
there.
that on my car. Chewbacca.
If I'd had a ride, I'd have been
She
there.
got you back on the.
I got the Mandalorian.
fuck?
Yeah, the whole
no, it's not like no. He like is. We were dating for like a hot second, and then next thing you know, he was just like, and I haven't seen him in a minute because he would just like come out to Vegas, and then next thing you know, it's just like, oh yeah, like what's going on? And he was like, oh, you know, just like good with work and all that, and you know, just my court stuff. Fuck, did I tell you about my court stuff? And I was like, oh.
The cord stuff.
Oh, he had.
14
Stop being
felonies.
Oh,
Stop
he
being-
had.
Oh yeah, let me
No,
preface.
you look like a liar. You do not look half Puerto Rican, even though I know you are.
You got court stuff. Now you definitely look more Mexican.
But
You said you got court stuff.
no,
No, he did.
Oh, he did.
Yeah, he had 14 felonies because he fucking.
He had 14.
He was
Yes!
Wait, what's his
What's a stormtrooper?
Well, yeah, I know
Stormtrooper
that.
with the
What
city.
is
Half of
this?
them get
What's
dropped.
his
Listen,
stormtrooper?
I'm high.
What the
No, I
fuck?
get
What's
I'm
the
not
stormtrooper?
smart.
it. The people that stormed the Capitol on January 6th.
You calling them stormtroopers?
They call
Why?
them-
No, that's fucked up.
I thought it was Let's Go
Stormtroopers
Brandon.
are better.
She
I
got her
went-
stormtroopers because they went in, shot up everything, but didn't hit anybody.
Because I'm
I
tired.
know.
I
I know. America. I just have.
I was like, no. I shot. Bitch that broke the window. Yeah, I didn't even know what that meant. I went to my first NASCAR race out here by my house, and fucking, you know, and everybody's like, "Let's go, Brandon." I thought he was in the M&M car. I was like, "Yeah, Brandon." I was like, "Go!" I was like, "Brandon's gonna win." I was like, "Yeah." I was like, "Ah." And my ADHD, I couldn't fucking.
You and Brandon both.
They were, I had no idea who the fuck this Brandon guy was. I'm an independent. I don't give a fuck about either side of y'all.
Anybody of good sense should be independent, but you should definitely not like these liberals and this fucking agenda.
Fuck,
But don't get me started on this socialistic New World Order bullshit.
You're 45 now. You're 45
God, that
now.
was
Welcome
wild.
to my
Fucking
world.
fake ass vaccine
During
bullshit.
COVID.
This motherfucker motherfuckers dropping like fentanyl.
Yeah, during COVID, man. Australia was locking people into like their yards and shit. Like if you
I watched that whole game. I went to Trump country.
I don't know, man.
I moved
They
here.
turned around
For the whole pandemic, Michigan, Florida, Texas.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Trump country.
They were spouting New World Order down in Australia during that shit, though. Actually saying it on the TV out there, man.
I got friends with a lot of white boys. I know where I'm going. I'm going to the stormtroopers.
Get my JC.
Never gonna let that down just because it's recorded.
They already know me. I'm not making it to nowhere too far. Hollywood's already. I've already been in those programs. I'm like, no, he won't do it. He loves God too much to sacrifice himself to our God. I get fucked in the ass for money. Hollywood, man. I wish conspiracy theorists were just conspiracies.
Well, there's still just people with tinfoil hats, bro.
I wish it was just something that somebody made up. But goddamn.
What's your take? Are there aliens?
Oh, fuck yeah. Aliens. How the fuck do you think this is? This many planets?
No, I agree. I 1000% agree.
I have seen one, but I have seen the spaceships on two occasions. I saw them when they blew up the Stardust. I saw them hover above the Stardust. Like they paid tribute. There was 5 of them. 2 of them struck off, and then the 3 of them made like a little formation, ended up in a triangle, and they stayed there like a couple minutes longer. And I was with a group, and just like you see in like Star Trek and like Star Wars, when they warp out, that light,
They stop and they break out. Me and Smokey Suarez, we were in Jersey doing a show, and the same shit. The shit came down, and it fucking stopped, and it went, and we were both like, oh, you saw that? Yeah.
And I didn't see that happen twice. The first time I saw it happen.
They exist.
And so when I saw it again, I knew. But they were right above the Stardust when they imploded it.
Of course they are.
Like they're paying homage, but a dude said they used to, why they call it the Stardust is aliens come through here, and they like to gamble. And when they wanted to gamble, they would take them to Stardust, and they would empty out all the regular casino records with CIA and FBI and Navy and all that shit like that, because they like to gamble.
Wait, now you're saying there's aliens gambling.
Yeah, they like to gamble for some fucking reason.
You're acting stupid. I'm saying
This simulation. Stop. This
now you're
simulation is
fucking
great.
becoming
right now.
fucking.
It's going on. They got system upgrade.
Now you're
Some of
becoming
them like to
fucking.
gamble.
Now you're becoming fucking Jamal fucking Tucker Carlson. Relax. Oh my god, you're going with a different freaking.
He's
Oh my god, you
What do you do?
They were all they went to other people's
Shut
bodies.
the fuck up for a minute.
Okay.
Who worked at Nellis Air Force Base, he writes a book about it because he was talking about Area 51. This is a while ago. And as we just know recently, the Pentagon has released it. The UFO sightings and all this other shit.
Yeah.
Like they just slowly trying to get you in and let you know, like, hey, shapeshifters, a lot of them are, you can't normally tell it, like you have like your spirit feels it when you pass by somebody weird. You just like, what is that motherfucker? You look, and they look back at you, see all the eyes blinking, you like, oh shit.
My ex makes fun of me, but when I was living in Danville, there was this dude in Danville. If you want to explain Danville, it's like 99% white.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, and if you're even slightly off tone like me, you're kind of like a gem.
You may get caught on daylight savings
It's
time.
it's Nordstrom white. It's not like Nina Marcus white.
Yeah,
You know
not
what?
quite
I
there yet. It's
understand
right next to
exactly
that neighborhood.
what
It's
the
right
fuck
next
you
to
meant.
that neighborhood.
Right. Yeah.
And so, like, there's this dude running in cut-off shorts and this tattered shirt, and he's got long hair, right? And he looks like, burnout, but he's running. And he's got on one futuristic-looking Croc, and he's got this little box in front of him with wheels, and it's guiding him where to go. And it stops at the light, and the light, like, his button got activated, and he ran across the street. I know for a fact it's Future Man. Like 100%. My ex talks shit on me all the time.
West Coast. You guys
But
like
that
meth.
dude was from the
that's
fucking future.
meth. That's
And
not
she
like
wouldn't
meth.
let me talk to him. She was afraid of him.
There's a lot of shit that happens that's beyond man's knowledge.
I believe in common sense. That's why I'm an independent. Because both sides are fucking retarded. Because I'm like, I believe in real shit. like I've seen the 60 Minutes just had a special that all these pilots were up in the air and they would see daily different UFOs and stuff like that coming out the water. One that looks like a Tic Tac running and stuff like that. I believe. Do I?
So
believe?
if you believe it, you saw the
UFOs
ship, but they wouldn't be walking
but
around the earth.
shapeshifters and all that other stupid shit. That's
How is
fucking,
that stupid if you believe these
that's you
motherfuckers?
watching Star Trek cooked up underneath.
Yeah, where does that technology
Hold
stop?
on. Do you think that shit came from someone's imagination or
That's
from something
because you
someone
were
saw?
an extra
Yeah, exactly.
on a fucking
No,
Star
but here's the thing.
Wars.
In
fucking
Star
thing.
Trek, you could die in the hologram room. You could die in there.
Yeah.
That's why this is a
Yeah.
fucking hologram.
No,
This is
but
a
I don't know about all that. That's one thing for
I
us.
smoke
I spend
weed.
the
There's
film.
no weed that I
This
smoke.
conversation is way too fucking
And I'm the sober one. Like, I'm not even drunk.
Oh my
I'm
god.
not just, I don't believe in shapeshifters and all that other shit, but I believe there's UFOs. Yes. Are we all
Like,
alone?
where does your
I-
technology stop?
I believe in
Bro,
UFOs,
you
but
can come
somebody
here,
shifting.
But they
That
are
makes
here.
no
Turning
sense.
it. They're not here.
You can't
turning
even
it.
verify if there's water
So
elsewhere
my
in the
future
fucking-
wife might be a fucking alien. She
you
might be a
very well could
shapeshifter.
be.
Well, that's why you want
She's
to know
really
this.
Puerto Rican, but she's shaped into a redhead
Never
with big
taken the
tits.
time to find
Oh, I'm like, what the fuck?
Check up.
I'm like, the jig is up.
Hey,
I'm fucking
that's why
dating.
she's in
They can
Vegas.
fly a
She likes to
spaceship
get
here, but they
Yes.
can't land the
I'm
same.
right.
I'm dating a hot chick
Hang
from
out.
Pluto. Oh, okay.
It's not a planet.
Constant stuff.
You're dating her from Uranus.
That's why she has a strap on, because she's from Uranus.
Uranus.
That's why she has a strap on, because she's from Uranus. That's why. That's why.
Oh, I've heard so much about
She
you.
wears a strap on.
Now
Now
it
we're
all
getting
makes
pegged,
sense.
you little sick
My
motherfucker.
girl is
I
fucking.
thought you looked familiar.
Make it real.
My future wife is an alien from fucking Uranus.
Keep
If
the
you don't
buck.
let me ordain your wedding,
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
leaving and walking out of this.
Somebody gonna have
At
to
the same
ordain
time,
that
it's gonna be a
motherfucker
double
and
wedding.
strap on
Another
before she make it
comedian.
happen.
And I'm making her my co-host on my TV show.
Do you see yourself doing this
Yeah,
long term?
yeah.
Have you done any road gigs?
Not yet. I tried to when I was home for Christmas, and then Southwest was like, "Hey, you got an additional 4 days at home because we're stupid as fuck." But then it was Christmas. There was literally 10 week of like nothing.
Well,
So.
funny as fuck. I've seen twice now. Both times hilarious. You can take a lot of the advice. The Professor
loved it.
Davian.
Did
He
we,
said you.
did we get the final answer? How long have you been doing comedy? I was waiting for that. How long?
Just-
Oh, I'm sorry. This is my 4th time holding a microphone.
Cool. That's the answer.
Yeah. Yeah.
So she was officially our new Jack.
Good for you.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Was it the first time your picture was on the flyer?
Yes.
Good for you.
I printed
We're gonna
off
print.
a
You're
million
gonna
of them, hand cut them, and then pass them out.
Always
Supposed
remember
to do
that.
Mark your
Yeah.
own shit.
Always
Yeah.
remember
There you
that.
go.
Always
I
remember
know how to sell. I was in this horrid ass sales job. If I got one thing, I understand how to read a room real fucking quick, and I know how to MacGyver my way to exactly what I need, and I know how to just do my fucking job and leave.
Yeah.
And then also get really stoned
You
in the
start
parking
getting.
lot.
You get.
And then come up with new material.
You're funny. You gotta look. You get booked a lot, very quick, and you bring people so they'll escalate you even further.
I got friends. I got friends.
Beware the creeps and weirdos, but that comes with everything. But as long as you got people like him around you,
No, I got a lot of switchblades on me, so we're good.
well, there you go.
So do I.
You
What
sure
do
you're
I-
not Dominican?
I got 5 knives on me.
But yeah, you definitely got this. I never understand comics who actually still work a regular job. Why they don't get people to come out? It's like you live at a place where people that aren't comics, that you're around every day, where you should be passing out. And come
I
out to
really
my
want
show.
that balance. I want that balance so I don't burn out. And I do really, for every one comedy thing I do something else just for me. Because I want that balance. I want to stay humble. I want to keep like exactly that.
Well,
I want to work on it. Don't get me wrong.
eventually,
But yeah.
it is kind of good if you can. If you can, let me know. Comedy does overlap because it's not just something you do; it's an actual lifestyle.
Oh, what the?
And then that does, and the more the higher levels you go, the more it kind of eats up things and sacrifices that you make and things like that. But not everybody has the same road. You know what I mean? So, but good luck to you.
Congrats. Welcome to the family.
Thank you. That
Kate
means a lot,
Banks
guys.
killed it. Davian, who you've heard most of the damn podcast.
Well, who the fuck is this guy in the middle? Is he security or did you introduce him?
Oh, he is my battle bot. He works at BattleBots. His name is Mike.
No, because I mentioned to him about me having a room for rent, and he might be my possible roommate. I was hoping you would fucking ask him questions so I could figure out, because he's bigger than me.
I
I don't
know
know
that.
about
It was on the show. It was the comic. He was just in here. And,
But you're not a comic. You just work in BattleBots. You have a regular job.
I am a comic too.
You're a comic also too?
I just didn't perform tonight.
Are you a comic?
I am a comic.
So you're a comic.
Okay.
So what the
That's
fuck is your
it.
name?
No,
Tell me
no.
your name. You're on a podcast. You're sitting there like security. Tell him you're fucking.
I thought he was. I thought he was in here to make sure, like, he in a room full of dudes and stuff like that.
I thought it was like
definitely would.
I just thought this was the bathroom. I thought it was the bathroom I wanted to
What's your name again, bro?
Mike.
Mike?
Yeah.
And how long you been a comic?
Mike Goldberg.
So first time I was on stage, 2017.
2017, so you started, like, what? That was
6 years ago. now?
pre-pandemic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I've been on stage under 10 times.
110 times
Yeah.
since 2017?
Yeah.
What the fuck are you doing? What's going on?
I just moved out here.
Yeah,
Guy
that's no
here.
excuse.
Nice guy.
No, like
I
yesterday.
got brought to a show.
You started doing it in 2017. You weren't doing
You're
it
a
where you were
comic
at?
too with a job. I like you.
not too many times. I mean, I was doing some gigs out in Hollywood and Santa Clarita.
So you started out in LA?
Yeah.
Okay, like where at?
Let's see.
You like Sal's and shit like that?
I'll have my PowerPoint ready by next week.
My new brother-in-law has the whole fucking state in the city tattooed on his side.
It's like
I-
Brooklyn to the Bronx.
No, I met him for the first
But you
time.
said over at Santa Clarita and stuff like that.
Let's see. I did Santa Clarita a couple times. There's 2 shows at the main. One show out in North Hollywood. That was one of those pay-to-plays.
Oh, ha.
No, not even Ha. It was, God, what was it called? It wasn't even, I think it was called The Green Room. It was a pay-to-play out in L.A.
The Green Room. I know they have one.
It's like $5 or $10. You get 5 minutes. It's all comics in the audience.
Yeah.
They're not going to give you pity laughs, but they're not going to.
That's how Marty's was over in Hollywood, too, on
All right.
Sunset.
That
Yeah, they had a
was
bunch
my
of
first
those.
time up, and yeah, it was.
And then the one over
experience.
by Hollywood Melrose. It's right across the street from the Dimes, inside the Canner's Deli.
Okay.
What's that, the little side room? I forget the name of that room.
We're talking Fairfax.
Yeah, it's right there. It's in the Canner's Deli. They got like a little side room where they do like
Oh, okay.
comedy and shit like that. It was one of those pay plays. I never did that shit. I get why comics do it, but I was like, I moved out there as a headliner. So I was like,
Like I see the appeal because you're getting honest reactions.
You're getting the fucking comics that are fucking broken cheap to actually spend money in the establishment because they're not buying drinks.
Yeah.
And the motherfucker, and the bar's not making money, so they're like, what the fuck are we doing here? That's for it. So when we get out of here, we're actually going to go over to another mic, Ochitai. Yeah, that's over on Las Vegas Boulevard. It's open mic. That's where I met K-Base last week. And so I heard a lot of the comics do that. Vegas, you got a lot of opportunity to get up. You got Wise Guys up in
Ed
Mic on
was telling
Tuesdays.
me he was nice enough to send me a couple.
Yeah, you got Wise
couple
Guys.
places where to go.
Do believe they have Tabloid. She runs an open mic on Wednesdays.
All right.
The Urban Mounds. You probably want to get in that too. That way you get that footing in diverse crowds. Then Thursday, Ochitai, but I do believe Kevin Winnie runs like a 7-minute mic. I don't know if they have any open mics on Fridays, but I know.
Thursday also too. Dennis Lavender's got his spot.
Oh, Dennis Lavender's running the Square Bar.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's actually a lot of open mics.
Square Bar's a nice
Thursdays.
spot. I like Square Bar.
Which
They
is
have
funny
different
'cause
comics, different nights.
When I started doing this show on Thursdays, there was no fucking Thursday show. And all of a sudden, there's a million fucking Thursdays.
Yo, Trez runs that room on at Choncla's
John Glenn is one of
on
my favorites.
Wednesdays.
Yeah, Wednesdays. They're
It's a
fun.
solid.
And
You
they'll
go
put
there
the
enough
people up.
times, man. They put you on, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's not an open mic, but it's an open mic.
I got three
Yeah.
new-
It's a glorified feature show.
Not
Yeah, I
for
have
nothing.
three new
I love
venues.
comedy. I haven't had a chance to be up as often as I want to be, which is on me. But now that I'm recently moving to Vegas, it's like a good opportunity to like springboard back into what I want to be doing eventually.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I got 3 new venues that I'm producing shows at. Any one of you you and 2 out of 3 of y'all haven't even seen you perform yet. You got stage time on where the fuck you want. You know what I mean? So you guys are family. We're doing a podcast on the phone.
I was gonna say.
It feels special. We're all doing a podcast on a small phone. You know what I mean? It makes us feel like family.
Thanks, Dad.
So,
Yeah.
like it's like I never felt like
You're
a
the father
celebrity
I
so much
never
right now.
saw.
Like I feel like a headliner. You know,
Yeah, you definitely have been. You, speaking of which, our headliner, Mr. Likeable Asshole, you have a special film on YouTube.
Oh, it's finally my turn 2 hours later. Okay.
Yeah, because you stress on everybody else's turn.
I can't wait to talk
She
this
gotta work in
entire
the
rest of
morning.
the
She
time.
works in the morning. She gets up early.
It's time.
Y'all gonna ask you.
The motherfucker's been talking the entire interview.
I was gonna ask
Just
you,
ask
Grandma.
him a question, then I'll answer
Yeah.
for him.
Wait,
All
take
right.
it off.
We'll inception
That's
this
my.
bitch.
She's gonna marry us. She's my lawyer. The whole shit.
Let's
You know what I
And
mean?
again, I'm sober this episode.
No, you're not.
I really am.
You're sober.
He doesn't count.
4 stars.
Yeah,
so
we does
close.
not count. Davian, you got how long you been doing comedy? Motherfucker, now you want to get
I
quiet?
started. I know I'm trying. You're making me count, stupid.
27.
Man. No, I'm 46. I started when I was 19.
27.
19?
27 years. 27 years.
27 years. 27 years. 20. Yeah. What's the fuck she said?
I understand.
Man.
I just laughing.
Wifey does all my adding. She
She
checks my
did that way
messages.
faster than you.
I don't do none of that. I
27
give up.
years.
I don't
You
know.
started out with you've worked with Chappelle,
Yeah.
Rock.
Tony Woods was my mentor. Him and like him. When I first started, I stayed in New York. The first fucking comedy show I saw was working Louis Black. These guys just got passed in the club. And like they weren't even big yet. It was on the same show. Fucking Louis Black, Rich Voss, Jim Gaffigan, Tony Woods, a couple other guys, and a couple other guys that weren't that good. And I was like, yo, I want to try this. And then fucking I've been doing it ever since.
Yeah, Louis Black is one of my favorite
Oh,
comedies.
he was fucking awesome, bro. And he was such a cool dude. I acted like he's dead. He's still a cool dude. But he's mad cool. Like, and
He
back
has a joke
then,
about water that is fucking hilarious.
like that's like I talk like I'm always cursing all the time. That's why I love Louis Black. Like we don't give a
Yeah,
fuck.
his little tantrums. I have that little tirade.
I do that all the time, everything like it's, I just love his and Gaffigan like him, and like that's why I love about having her in my life now, because his wife is writer as well as manages him and helps him out with everything like that, and freaking and his shit. Like I remember he just kept having kids and he just kept having new specials, like everything. But he was just such a cool person, and me as a kid starting out. You know what I mean? Him, Bill Burr had just moved from Boston to New
So you
York.
said you started out, you were 27 when you started out?
No, it's 19.
You were 19 when you started out?
Yeah, I've been doing it 27
You've been
years.
doing it 27.
Yeah, so I'm 46. But I dye my hair, so I tell people I'm 32. No,
That's a hard 32.
because I got in dim fucking lighting. I'm 32. Okay,
looking at my
in
hairline,
very
and I'm looking
fucking
at
dim
Vance
lighting.
over here,
Okay,
and I'm like,
That's a
know
hard
it.
32.
Is
Look at you, don't I'm 46.
no, if you're very drunk, this one chick last week, I said, how old do you think I am? This one stupid chick. I was like, how old do you think I am? She's like 25. I said, how fucked up are you? It happened twice. In Cleveland, and fucking in Florida. In Cleveland and Florida. You know what I mean? They were drunk. But
That's as much bullshit as my
because
grandfather.
I got more gray hair than all of y'all. This is all just for me. I dyed my shit in 10 minutes. Yeah, but fucking
32!
no.
32!
Relax.
32!
Yes.
32?
Yes.
No, dude.
In dog years. Oh man, in dog years.
I'm at 46.
Because if I do what you girls do when you take a selfie, or like, if I do what you girls do, you just stick your head up real high so the thing and I look younger. You know what I mean? In the picture, in dim lighting and filters on IG, I can do it.
God.
Like slightly.
Oh, and
All
and
right, 42, 42, 42.
Guys, because they're like 30 pounds.
You know how many times I got catfish on Plenty of Fish? Oh my God, it happened all the fucking
Oh
time.
my God, 32.
Oh, that's as much bullshit as my grandfather growing the sides of his hair long, tying it over his head, and
And that's
bringing
when
it
I
over
was
his
burning
head
audio
as
because we
bangs.
were like, I want to see how old he looks.
Because I got
Look at
all
this
white hair.
magician.
I'm
Look at his
90%.
age.
You're the reason why I'm getting rejected on Farmer's
Dude,
Deep.
I see. If,
really liked you. Though.
what, is that like a
You
vegan
would be
sex
on a
site?
dating
Oh, what
app.
the fuck is Farmer's
Senior
Deep?
discount.
A what? I am not that old. I am not that old.
Menu.
I am
No, dude, fucking
That was
32.
good. Yes.
32?
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
that's the
Yes.
best joke you told
Good.
us.
You know what? Fuck off. Fuck off. Now we're gonna try it. We're gonna go to a fucking club together as a team, and I guarantee you, I will bet you $100. I will get 7 drunk Karens, 3 drunk fucking Shaniquas to fucking say I look fucking 32.
Oh my God.
Bro.
Yeah, I know.
my
Bro, we can't see your head anymore. You're in the hole so hard, bro. My wifey's just quiet. Wifey's quiet, smiling.
That's why
You're in
she
the hole.
got
We can't
good.
see you anymore. We can't even see the top of your head. Your hole's so deep.
She's new. I'm the only one that
Diaz,
I-
what was the name of this
Cheers.
podcast? Welcome to the roast of this guy.
Pay my phone bill podcast. It's called a Pay My Phone Bill podcast.
Oh my God.
Buy me a camera podcast.
And I was worried about getting tattoos later in life, and I'm
my
35.
God.
Apparently you're in your prime. Did you know
Get me
that?
real.
I guess.
Get me real microphone to headphones podcast.
God. That took a lot
That
out of
insults
me.
me on a deeper. That insults me on a deeper level.
I love you. You're definitely doing our wedding.
Don't high five him. He just insulted me.
Yes, I can.
He tried to go 3 years under me.
What do you mean?
People were like,
Yes,
people were like, you got kids? I'm like,
Because I lost weight. You're heavier than me now. Then when I first got you, I was bigger than you. Now I'm skinnier. So
Oh
fuck
my
off.
God.
So I can get 3
32.
years younger if I'm skinnier.
fuck off.
So heavier.
You are delusional. 32? 30? Like, say something realistic. Like, aim for 30 first.
No,
You
there
know
was
what
a
I mean?
girl. There was a girl. In
Was
all
she
fairness,
blind?
She was 16. Remember when you're 16, everybody looks old.
Did she
So
wear
she's
glasses?
like, oh, you're 32.
It had
Like,
to-
how old do you
And
think
I
I
stuck
am?
with it.
She's
And I
like,
stuck with it.
30.
Bro.
One person said it. That's
But
what I
they
need.
did say it.
So,
in all
in
fairness,
a sense,
there.
Listen,
In a
practice
sense-
outside.
in a
Don't
sense, she
count.
was.
I
In a sense,
there.
she was
did.
blind.
She did
One
say
person
it.
She
said
was
it.
blind.
I stuck with that. That was
Okay.
the lowest I
Oh,
got.
Helen, I do know her.
It's
Yeah.
Yeah.
a true story, though. Yeah, I was
I
there.
just thought
She
she
said
did.
Or
it.
she, or was she
I
60?
got
Was she
a witness.
66 and she had
Oh,
cataracts?
she was 16. She
She
was
was
16.
16. She was 16.
worked
Oh,
with the
perfect.
girl at the
Perfect. So
baby
she's a
Right.
perfect judge
Don't
of
do
character.
It didn't matter to him. He heard it, and it was
Don't
like,
get it that
I
radio.
was like, yeah. I was like, just man. Thank you, Keith Hernandez. I was like, I was so fucking happy. I was like,
She might have been even negging you at that point. You wouldn't have cared.
Fucking, I don't
Jesus.
care. She was 16 or 16. She said 32.
she
I'm
did.
sticking with it.
I was there.
She OD immediately after she said it.
You look 32, sir.
Bro,
It was a nice thing to hear. It was good.
Yeah.
well, yeah, that's flattering as fuck. Look at him.
Like I didn't say
Damn. Okay, Banks. Let's come there and hit the shin.
It's definitely doing already.
I told you I got
That's my
switchblades
fucking
in
new
a
sister.
lot of
I love her.
places.
She's gangster.
I'll take you down with paper cuts, bro.
You gotta be able to hold your own.
She's like evil and sweet. I like that. she's like, I can babysit your kids, but I might throw them out the fucking car. That shit.
Definitely don't ask me. I have a sharp fuse. I'm too proud for that. I'm too proud for that. I got temper.
I bet they wait.
Crazy road story.
Crazy road story. Okay.
How about that one time when you were
At
called
band camp?
32? Yeah.
John, you went to the freaking
What?
Grand Canyon, but it wasn't.
Which one?
You've been doing
Went to the
comedy
Grand
for
Canyon,
7
but it
years. You got a crazy road story.
Okay. My friend calls me up. He's like, yo, I can't host this show. He's like, what's someone call if you can host this show for me? It's at the Radisson in Pennsylvania in the Poconos. It was a swingers event.
Yeah.
And these guys rented out. They had two different ones. They had the regular one, and
They always had the VIP and then the regular.
Yeah, but they took over the whole fucking hotel.
Yeah.
And it was like 400.
I've done
people.
swinger conventions.
It was 400 people.
Called hotel takeover.
It was 400 fucking people, and freaking they took over everything. They had the comedy show. They had fucking butt naked karaoke after in the pool.
Yeah.
And then they had the after party. They had a party in the fucking hallway of the hotel. The DJ's at the end of the hallway, and every door is open a crack. So people are like, "Oh my god, you were hilarious! I'm gonna go fuck her real quick. I'll be right back." And I'm like, "What the fuck is going on?" But the whole thing was, as a comic, if you go by yourself, so they take your phones when you go in there because these are all different bigwigs. They
didn't take mine. I got pictures.
No, these motherfuckers take your phone right away. Like, I took a picture with the other comics. They took my phone and took it in the fucking back and erased the shit.
I was recording shit.
But if you're a comic, if you do the show, they let you go in. They had different themes. You know, I started doing the shows a lot often because it was so much fun. They take your phone. But then they said, if you're a comic and you go by yourself, security, after you're done with your set, security takes you outside, you leave. But if you're there with your girlfriend or your wife, or if you bring a date, you're allowed to stay and party.
No, I was by
hang out with
myself.
everybody.
They wanted me to be by myself.
No.
Just because you're black.
But then,
I was in Florida.
No, I'm dead serious. I used to organize the events. It's because
Yeah,
you're black.
it was Florida, and
Those housewives just
I
love
did it
the
during
fuck out of
the pandemic because my mom was like, "Be careful, that's a hot spot." And I was like, "COVID is the least of my concern."
No, they all
But yeah,
got a
but-
gigantic dick and all those horny housewives and cuckolds. They want
North
you.
Florida?
Yeah,
That's
Trent
right.
Drive in Florida.
But the first time I did this
Oh,
shit,
it was amazing.
the first time I did that show in Pennsylvania, it was no
I don't think it
fucking.
was. Where did I fly into? I think I flew into Orlando. I flew into Orlando.
Oh, that was North
So,
Florida,
I
yeah.
don't think it was too far.
You're holding this serious. You make me die. I don't want to lie serious. But what's one called? The first time we did it, I wasn't dating nobody, so I brought a girl on a first date. That I just met her on Bumble. And I was like, yeah, I'm a comedian. I'm doing this show. You know what I mean? It's a theme show. You might, I don't know if you're going to be into the theme. But let's go. Hang out.
That is a good 32 story.
And we're hanging out. People are coming up saying, oh my God, you are funny. Oh my God, hey, sweetie, do you mind if I fuck your boyfriend? And I'm like, oh, what do you think? She goes, I just met him. And I was like, you want to fuck in front of them? She's like, no. I was like, damn. I was like, but yeah.
The one at Treasure Island, I fucked this one chick just because she looked like Kamala Harris. That was the whole reason I fucked her.
What?
She looked like Kamala Harris.
I know Kamala Harris.
She looked just like Kamala Harris.
Like 6
She
years
looked
ago,
like
she can get it. I'm like,
Okay, like a nerdy chick? Slightly?
Like a what?
Like, she looks like an office manager.
Yeah, she looked just like Kamala Harris. Like she could have been a double.
yeah, but like she looks like that boss
That was the
that
whole
you quit the
reason
job
she
and you
looked
want to
like
fuck
Kamala
out.
Harris.
You
Did she
quit.
have the oversized suit too?
She looked like she could have. She looked like she could have been wearing the pants.
Did she laugh the whole time?
She did laugh. A little.
She looks like that boss that fired you, but then you make out right after she fired you.
The crazy.
All the time.
I said this on the podcast
Nice.
previous. But the craziest shit I saw while I was there was I saw like this straight up like African. Like he looked like, you know, like Florida. You see a bunch of people who look like us who don't speak our language. Like, but he was like dark, and he was walking this white chick on a Legion and College chain, and the Walter Cross was on stage. I just stopped like mid set, and I was just like, I would just like for us to take the time to appreciate how far we've come as a country. Because not even 20 years ago, this nigga would have been hung in one of these Florida trees. I was like, shit. I was like, if the right person catch him, he might be out there now. Man, Florida's a trip, though. But
I miss Florida.
I did one there. Another swingers convention was here at the Green Door, which was weird. Like, I'm telling a joke.
I
And then
love
on
swingers. It's
peripheral,
so much fun.
I can see this dude, like, fisting this chick. And I was just like in there, like punching, like he was mad at her. Like all of the cooch just.
They're also
like he got mad at basting and turkey. It was just like, what the fuck?
Like they come up to you. We had butt naked a pool party karaoke after the fucking show. I'm hosting this shit wearing a fucking thong and a blazer and a cowboy hat. Everybody else is butt naked in the pool. Coming up to me, fat fucks. Oh my God, you were hilarious. I'm like, thanks, put your thing away. Nice to shake your hand. But we were hanging out. Everybody was so cool. Everybody's so relaxed. Like, so much fun. Everybody's all friendly. Nobody gives a fuck how much money you got or whatever.
We did a show out in Colton, California. That's over by IE.
Awesome people.
But that was a nudist ranch. They like being called a nudist colony is offensive. It's like putting an ER on the nigga. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, that's offensive. Whatever, my bad.
It's like an ism.
But yeah, like their whole families like grow up to like as kids, and they find it weird that you find it uncomfortable that they're naked. Like I'm like, you know what I mean? Like you wear clothes. Like the first couple of days, like I'm wearing a towel. You know what I mean? But I'm just sick of so many people just like walking by. I'm like, fuck this shit, you know? Like, you know, but we're doing the comedy show. We had to do it butt naked. And the only thing I wearing is
you had to be naked too?
Yeah.
See, fucking, I hate you skinny.
And the only thing
fuck all you skinny.
The only thing I'm wearing is a fedora.
Doing shows that me and fucking Chunky Eminem can't do. Okay? Like, it's not fucking fair.
It wasn't.
It's not that I can't do it.
We won't do it because we don't want nobody to see our tits in real life unless they're at our house already. You know what I mean?
Oh my God! I tell this joke at the time Barack was president, and I used to tell a joke about the world wanted to treat him like he's supposed to be the first black superhero, like he's going to fly around the earth backwards a couple times and fix 8 years of bullshit. And I was like, if there's a real black superhero, his weakness would be kryptonite. He'd wear that shit in his earrings or his necklace. It's like it'd be child support. They would like break down. And I broke down on my knee, and when I looked up, it was this old-ass white dude with just his uncircumcised old-ass balls hanging to the floor like white in my face. That was just like big joke, like, I was like, I've done this joke a few times and never. I was like, you got the longest, oldest balls. I was like, what is your uncircumcised dick? And I just went off on that. And I was like, crowd just died laughing. I did a joke at the time too where I talked about how I got high on ecstasy and was watching Star Wars. And I found myself jerking out to Star Wars. I was like, duh, duh.
Oh, so you like the Stormtroopers too?
And I usually just like fucking mimic it.
Jerk, what scene?
But as naked, so I go to mimic it. And I'm like, fuck, I just grabbed my dick. I'm like, duh. And then I was
what
like,
scene?
And then
What
I go,
scene?
Time.
And then I go
When
with the
did
punch.
Star Wars turn you on?
But I'm doing the punch and I'm like, my dick, I'm looking at it and I know it looks like Darth Vader and I'm like holding it, like, see, as they're holding it, like, this is my dick. Lady comes up afterwards. I crushed the main opponent. She's like, you're hilarious, but you violated several of our conduct policies.
That's 100% true.
They had conduct policies.
Oh my God. Anybody that jerks off to Star Wars,
It's like,
definitely.
We don't like to be called colony. We like to be called ranch. I was like, that's the first one she named them.
That's hilarious.
She's like, secondly, no physical touching of yourself in the public. She's like, you can do that in your private room or outdoors, but not in the common area. I was like, my bad. I did take that joke a little bit too far. My bad. I was like, I saw it and I went for it. I crossed
Fuck it, bro.
Sorry, last place I had a guy fisting a girl who was right next to me, so.
That's hilarious.
They end up, I didn't stay in there a fucking week. I I was supposed to do 15 minutes. I did 40 minutes because nobody would like me because I'm crushing. I'm just on one.
How old were you when you did it?
32.
Fucking great callback. I love this bitch. You fucking rock. Callback. You see how quick she was, yo? 4 fucking sets. No, she's getting some. She got it.
32.
She got it.
Oh my god! And I called him out for the Great Saturday. I know everything of Cleopatra.
Dude, it was when I had my residency at the Rio, and I was fucking with this chick who used to work for LA Comedy Club, and when we used to fuck before, and when she came back, I had the
She came?
Oh, plenty of times. She was squirting. When she came back, I had the residency at the Rio, my residency, and I was doing coke like crazy.
No.
And she was like,
you've never done cocaine.
she was like, how long? She was happy.
Baby man, of course no.
She was happy I did it, but then because I didn't do it before and I was so against it, she was like, how long you been doing it? And I was like, and I started thinking about how many days in a row. And she said, oh, sweetheart, we got to get you out for this. Here's some Adderall. And she introduced me to Adderall. So I'm out there, Adderall the fuck out. She was gorgeous, too.
See, that's not gray hairs on his beard. That's fucking nickel bags. He's got a little blast right now. He has a blast. Take him.
Lived a crazy life.
It was a great out.
Kitten naps and all types of shit.
You should dye those gray hairs. I heard it's a thing to do now.
Yeah, I'm doing it.
You'll look 32. Instead of 45.
You're welcome. That was a cute setup, right?
Yeah. I'm rocking a song but I'm actually wearing my 45. And I don't even look 45, but today with the bags, maybe. This has been a lot of fun, though, you guys. We're going to wrap up the after party. Davian, where can the people catch you? What you got coming up next?
Next, I got a couple shows producing out here. I'm taping my new special on my father's birthday at the Comedy Club where I started at Stand Up New York in New York on March 24th. It's going to be a midnight show.
March 24th, Stand Up New York?
Yeah, it's going to be my hour special. It's called Surrounded by Woke Shit.
My no voice having ass had to translate something like Oscar the Grouch.
Your voice is just.
No, I thought I heard noises. I thought there's words
March
there, but
24th on my father's birthday is his 76th birthday at the comedy club that I started at when I was 19, Stand Up New York on 78th and Broadway. I'm going to be doing my hour special, and that's called Surrounded by Woke Shit.
So, family, y'all in New York, catch it March 24th. Stand Up New York. Keep that. Where can I catch you on the social medias?
Comedian Davian.
Comedian Davian?
Davian.
There you go.
And Facebook and Davian Velez. That's it.
Ed Nigma, where can I catch you on the social medias?
Social media is official_Ed Nigma.
You got anything coming up?
I got a spot out in Cali and Sacramento at a brewery out there. It's basically it's called Planet Orgasmica Brewery.
Planet Orgasmica?
Yeah.
And where is it at? Do you want people to actually go?
It's in Sacramento. It is March 17th.
March 17th. Planet Orgasmica. K-Banks.
Another nude colony.
K-Banks, you got anything coming up?
Sadly, my second show just got canceled the other day. The bar decided not to do comedy anymore, so that means I'm open.
Oh, we're going to get you a show.
We got you.
And how do we find you?
On Instagram and TikTok, K-Thanks.
K-Banks. Mm-hmm. And fam, you can catch me February 9th in Mesa, Arizona, over at the Maya. I'll be headlining there. As well during Super Bowl week, I will probably be over at the House of Comedy with my boy Spanky Hayes while I'm there. I'll be in Phoenix all week from the 6th through the 13th. So holla at your boy. Hit me up on all your social medias, DiazMackie. Everything but TikTok because I'm a grown-ass man. Whenever you're in Henderson or in Vegas, swing by Biscuits and Bourbon. Mention Backyard or the VIP section, and once again, they'll put you up with a 10% discount. And if that's good enough for the Lord, that should be good enough for you. We want to thank our guest, Davian.
Yes.
Ed Nigma, K Banks, as well as Mike, as well as Jen. As we always say around this time, may the Lord watch between me and thee while we're absent, one for another, watch and pray. God bless you all. Enjoy your week. Peace.